So, hi Nadine, we're talking today. I'm here in Cambridge, UK, and you're based in the Maboa Lab in Cameroon. So, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you ended up here.
Hello, good morning. I'm Nadine Mowo. I'm speaking from Cameroon at Mboa Lab, and I joined the Open Bioeconomy Lab a year ago after my graduate studies in microbiology. I worked as the medical laboratory technician, and after that, I got some interest in mostly molecular diagnostics. So that is where I got into seeking how to use biotechnology tools to be able to enhance diagnosis. And so I got into the OBL and the BOA lab, which is a node of the Open Bioeconomy Lab based in Cambridge.
Fantastic. And so, through that work, do you feel like you're developing a place for yourself within the synthetic biology community? And what does sort of the synthetic biology community mean to you?
The synthetic biology community, I would say, is a very promising and a reliable one because so far there is this general issue of accessibility to molecular biology tools, which researchers are facing, especially in Cameroon. So I see the synthetic biology community as some sort of an enhancer, which is helping researchers to be able to get access to these tools, molecular biology tools they need, and also to get the reagents they need and at the right time, because even having what they need and taking a lot of time before it arrives them is another issue, which is breaking down their research and delaying a lot of work happening.
Thanks. And could you describe a particular time when you've struggled to get materials for your research?
Yes, in Boa Lab here, we carry out a lot of molecular biology research, and there are moments where we'll have to request for reagents, we'll have to look for them in the local markets. When they are unavailable, we'll have to go as far as importing. And this whole process takes a lot of time, maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month. And this usually delays a lot of research that is supposed to happen. Some work that is supposed to be done maybe in a week or in 2 weeks probably takes 2 months or 3 months to be delivered. So it is actually a real and a present problem which we have currently encountered. And that is why we are getting into this work to help ease our work and also to help researchers that are in the same situation like us in these resource limited areas.
Thanks.
Okay.
So, Free Genes distributes their DNA under the Open Material Transfer Agreement. Could you explain a little bit about why Open MTA is important in your context in Cameroon?
In Cameroon, with the Open MTA, we can easily commercialize even when the products are off patent. But with the standard MTA, we can't commercialize even when it is off patent. So it is really important for us to have the open MTA so as to commercialize these locally produced enzymes.
Yeah, what do you think about the Free Genes project?
I would say the Free Genes project is actually a great thing for us, especially because we are able to already use it in our open enzyme collection. We are able to get the genes that we need. We are able to get plasmids that we just have to transform and go ahead to locally manufacture our enzymes. So it is actually a tool that is promising for the future and which is already being put to use now.
So Nadine, you're receiving DNA parts from the Free Genes collection, which are off patent and under Open MTA. Is that sufficient to reach the impact that you described earlier in terms of access to tools in Cameroon, or is something else needed?
Yes, there is a lot of processes that proceed after receiving these pre-gene parts. So we'll have to assemble them, we'll have to transform into the E. coli or the bacteria of choice that we need to be able to express proteins, which we'll continue to manufacture locally. And after manufacturing these proteins, we have a quality assurance check and quality control checks, which will then package and we distribute to our local researchers around and also to Oh yes, so after distributing these locally manufactured enzymes to researchers who need them, we also have a follow-up and a feedback check and some technical support which we render to them to enable them easily and correctly put these reagents to use and also to make sure that they get what they want and also at the time which they need it.
Fantastic. So that's a really comprehensive view of, the contribution that Free Genes makes to address access issues, but also some of the.
Okay, so I would say through what we are doing now, we would like to be in future to set or to help other laboratories or other economies to be able to set up sustainable biotechnology labs that can also help increase the supply and also meet the demand of the growing population of researchers that we have currently. So by making all these tools and reaching out to other laboratories, encouraging them and helping them start up and be independent, together we can build a very sustainable economy.
Thanks, Nadine. And building on that, so if we imagine in 10 years' time, you've reached your vision of, in terms of research tools, every scientist having what they need on their bench at the time that they need it. What's the next step in 10 years or over the next 10 years? What applications of biotechnology do you really want to see emerging in Cameroon?
So in Cameroon, generally, we haven't been able to fully use the biotechnology tools in diagnostics and also in food industries. So we'd like to set up laboratories or to help laboratories set up that will help the food industries to grow and also to help the biotechnology diagnostics sector to be able to expand their range.